I'll give you a fist bump, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome home, man. Welcome home. Come on, guys. Now, guys, come on over this way.
Morning, Megan.
No, come on this way. Come on around. If you two guys just come right here,
We are smiling. We are smiling.
I trust you.
Lower your master one.
No, go right on in there, sir. Okay, good morning. Just want to welcome everybody. Thanks for coming out. This is a key ceremony for Marine Staff Sergeant Liam and Meghan Dwyer. Long time coming, but it's finally here. A little different from our normal key ceremonies. As you can tell, first we're trying to keep the group pretty small, keep everybody else at bay, but God bless the Patriot Guard Riders for being with us today and all the flags and the escort. Really appreciate it. I want to give some shout outs to our corporate partners that make this all possible. Our donors, our volunteers, all the supporters we have that even through all the challenges with COVID-19 have been there and keep the revenue flowing so that we can keep these homes going, because really that's the most important thing we do is get these veterans and their families into these homes so they can get on with rebuilding their lives. Also got a shout out to Jay and Eric here that built this great home. Here they are right here.
Thank you.
Built this great home for them, and it is wonderful. They did a great job, and I think we got them on tap for some other homes that we're building down here in this area. So a unique thing about us is the veteran tells us where they want to live. We try and find the land, bounce it off of them, find a good general contractor team in the area that can build us a custom home from the ground up, and they do that. And when we find a good team in the area, we stick to them and we come back and build more homes with them, and that's what we're doing with these guys. I'd also like to give a great shout out to my staff. That's back in Boston, Massachusetts area, in Taunton, Mass specifically. About 60 patriots up there that for the past almost 5 months now have been working from home and still managing to get everything done and keep 70 plus projects going across the country so that we can continue to put these veterans and their families into their homes. And with that, what we're going to do next is we're going to take down this H flag and we're going to raise the U.S. flag, and I'm going to ask Liam to come up here, and Megan, you can come up and give him any assistance he will actually take from you, okay? So we'll take this one down. I think you just start pulling on this, it'll come on down, bud. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. Okay, I got this for just a second. If I'll trade you. I'll hold this and you can do the deed, okay?
Well, blew up.
I got this. Blues up. Megan's gonna make sure we get blue up. Okay, you wanna run her up?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The mission of Homes for Our Troops is to build specially adapted custom homes across the country and then donate them to the most severely injured post-9/11 veterans to enable them to rebuild their lives. The most important part of everything we do is that second piece, enable them to rebuild their lives. We do not see our mission as charity. We see it as a moral obligation of our country to repay a very small portion of a huge debt that can never be completely repaid to these veterans and their families. Veteran that raised their right hand, voluntarily served, went downrange, selflessly sacrificed, as did their family the rest of their lives. And our country owes it to them to assist them with rebuilding their lives. The last thing I'm going to do is intro Liam here, which most everybody I think is family and knows pretty much everything about him. And I'm going to let him say a few words before we do a ceremonial key and a ribbon cutting. But Liam, got to spend some time with him last night, which was great. Had a lot of fun. Got some good laughs. Learned a lot about the both of them. But Liam, originally from Connecticut, and the only real motivation he needed to go into the service and do something for his country was the bombing of the USS Cole back in 2000. So he was in college at the time, I think actually. And when that happened, he said enough of college and headed out to a recruiter and joined the United States Marine Corps. Now, I'm an Army guy, but it's okay. Because the good thing about the military is we can kind of poke at each other inside the military, and we just take it and keep on moving. If anybody from outside the military comes and pokes at any one of us, then you got to deal with all of us. So, love my Marine brothers. But he was serving, and then he went downrange twice, once in Iraq, I think in 06, and then back downrange again with 1-5 Marines in 2010, stretched into 2011. And it was in May of 2011, out on a patrol when he stepped on an IED, which is our enemy's weapon of choice out in that theater, dangerous place. Came back to Walter Reed, where he spent darn near 4 years, I think over 50 surgeries. And when you get to know the veterans we support, you will know that they will be rehabbing and recovering for the rest of their lives, because things just continue to change. And Meghan is a testament to that. She can tell you all about it. But was there for almost 4 years in recovery and rehab. I always think, I think there's a greater power. And I believe everything happens for a reason. You look at these guys and you can't really figure out what those reasons are until you find out that while he was rehabbing and recovering at Walter Reed is when he ran into this young lady and eventually would marry her. So then I come up with the idea is, okay, now I got the reason as to why some of this stuff happened. But they're a great young couple. They're active. If Liam could do it, he'd still be in the United States Marine Corps today and still serving. But he wants to do other things. He's been a race car driver. So if some of you like the adrenaline and are a speed junkie, you need to talk to him. I know my son would love to come out and hang out with you.
Send him over.
I'll be glad to. He's just up the road. But they're active. They'll be active in the community. He's already been active for us and helping pay it forward for other veterans. So it really is, I got to let Lake Worth know that you got a moving and shaking couple here, and you're going to have to keep up with them. And you got a great community that you've chosen to live with here, lots of great neighbors. So without any further ado, it really is an honor and a privilege for me to introduce to you, let me say a few words, Marine Staff Sergeant Liam Dwyer.
Well, 4 years ago, Meghan and I went to conference for HVAC hopes for our troops. And we sat there and we got accepted to this program to get a house. And it took a while for all this to get going. We were to Walter Reed in 2017 for one surgery in about 6 months. That one surgery has turned into 13, the purchase of a place up there, and 3 years spent up there. Finally, after this year's trials and tribulations, I believe 6 surgeries for us this year, obviously COVID, and some other challenges in our life, we were looking at this house as the light at the end of the tunnel. And in February, when we found out the project had started, all of a sudden that light shone. And as time went on, that light got bigger and bigger. And finally, about June time frame, we had a rock solid date for this key ceremony. And now all of a sudden that bright light is us coming out of the tunnel. We see everything for the first time. A lot of us went down range to go over there to support our country, to support our brothers, to support our freedoms. The ability to do anything independently, anytime you want. Unfortunately, some of us got gravely injured over there. The basic independence of tying your shoe, brushing your own teeth, feeding yourself, or doing your own laundry, or taking care of your kids has become a real challenge. Thanks to HVAC, we get that freedom and independence back with these handicap accessible homes here. It gives my wife Meghan here the confidence that she can leave me for a little while and know that I can go anywhere in the house that I need to take care of myself. We'll pull on shelves, the larger bathroom, the larger living spaces, so if I'm in a wheelchair I can get around. It truly makes me independent. That independence wouldn't be successful without Eric and Jay. So Jay and Eric have been the general contractors for this project from the get-go. They're the ones that recognize things and say, listen, in this climate here, you're probably going to want to adjust this, want to adjust that. But they've made sure this house is built so we can get independence here. Recognizing some of the different things that go on here versus up in New England or out in the Midwest. That's what you get with good general contractors. They're so good in the sense that Tom and HVOD has hired them to do 4 more projects, sir?
We got 3 others down
Got 3
here.
other projects? So that's what you got here with these guys. Now, traditional with the military, when you're leaving the command and you've been doing good, your commanding officer will offer you a coin. Correct, sir? Mm-hmm. So from me to you guys, pulling out my pocket here. Usually it's a shake of the hand, so I'm going to do my best. So, Jay, that's for you. Okay? And Eric, that's for you, sir. All right. So I'd like a nice round of applause for these guys for this good job. So thank you both very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Meghan.
So as I mentioned earlier, our mission is the moral obligation of the American public. So on behalf of the citizens of the United States of America and everyone at Homes for Our Troops, all of our supporters, I'd like to give you a ceremonial key to your new home.
Thank you, sir.
You bet, pal. You got it.
Yep.
You can clap. All right. I got some scissors. You may have to work on these.
I hope they're left-handed scissors.
We'll see. We'll make them work. Woo!
No, you go. You go first.
Let them get those first couple shots there. Okay, come on in. So this is,
You guys have added more. You've added more doodads to this. It's like
yeah.
we had a toaster. A microwave.
So this is a new range hood. It comes from Brown. So it's actually got a little thing. So if you want to turn the light, just hit the light, and it's got a few ways before you get in there. If you want to hit the fan.
Which is nice if you're in your chair and you can't reach.
Yeah.
You know,
So you don't have to worry about that. You can do all that stuff from there.
Wow.
We used to have the microwave down below the oven, and some of the veterans told us, hey, it's too low. Plus, the oven was a little further up, about 6 inches or so, and they said if I'm in a chair, I can still get the back of my arm burned. So went back to Oakcraft, and they redesigned the cabinets. They dropped the oven about a half a foot, and then they put in a drawer there, some more storage space here, and then just moved the microwave out on top, because most of the guys were just yanking out there, putting it on the counter anyway.
Right.
This is like the perfect height.
But again, it's what you were saying last night. It's again,
Feedback.
It's as you learn, as you go through. It's although it looks great and it's functional.
If you want to lower them.
Yeah, you can hold them down. Any favorite room?
Thank you.
So you guys already know about the laundry room and you got the mud room that you opted for. And then the master.
All of these closets. Our bedroom is our current entire living space. So this is surreal. This is
This is
as big as our apartment that we're in.
So to say we have this, we put our bed in it, other furniture,
We don't have to
and
pay
put the wheelchair around.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that when you tell them, 25, 26, 200, 700 square foot house, it's big, right? But they don't comprehend, once the furniture comes in here, all of a sudden it shrinks up. That 2,700 feet now becomes 600 square feet. So to try to be in your wheelchair, even an electric wheelchair, the bigger ones, and maneuver through here on the living space there through the kitchen becomes near impossible.
Yeah.
So we built these larger rooms so we could get around it. It's the independence that we're all looking for.
So some of the, the outlets are higher to accommodate you if you're in a chair. All the switches for lights are lower than normal, same reason. This thermostat, the dual zone, is actually another veteran comment, because we had a veteran tell us, hey, I don't have as much skin as I used to.
Right.
And I heat and I cool differently than others. And sometimes I'm cold
Right.
and somebody isn't. Sometimes I'm hot and somebody isn't. So instead of everybody having to suffer with me, could we do dual zone? And we're like, yeah. So now you got the thermostat that controls the master suite, and then you got a thermostat out in the family room that controls the rest of the house.
That's awesome.
This is one of the, I know you guys have seen the bathrooms before, but this is
This is a dream.
this is one of the big
just,
things.
Just have the safety.
Like,
Yeah, what were you saying last night?
Oh, I know, yes, right? You know
you're rich in Florida when you got a closet in your bathroom.
a linen closet, right? No, but the safety features is that the bathroom is always
It's safe for me to
worrisome.
be here on my own.
Yeah.
It is. Matter of fact, right behind him, this DTV will actually control the temperature of the water, because again, with a lot of nerve damage, there's some, you don't necessarily feel the temperature of the water quite right. So you can set the temperature before you ever go and transfer over to the bench. And then there's another one inside the shower as well, where if maybe you got it a little bit off, you can change it while you're in there.
Oh, with your oh my gosh.
Almost got him. Almost got him, but not quite.
With this camera.
Hey, this is funny already. I didn't even for it to turn on.
The tub also the tub from Kohler, we used to get one that was just jet therapy. And then again, one of the veterans said, hey, my doc said for my residuals, it would be good if I had both jet and bubble therapy. I said, okay. And they used us as an age-in-place test bed kind of organization. So they went back, re-engineered their stuff, and now they give us a tub that's got both the jet and the bubble therapy for the veterans.
This is stuff you dream of. And when you buy your house, I'd love to get a jacuzzi tub. I'd love to get digital thermostats so I can just set my shower and get in without having to fiddle with it now.
It's all, it's over now. We're on our 16th year. It's all the feedback that constantly comes in, and we're always tweaking a little bit, getting a little bit better, what's a little bit, and we'll want your feedback to ensure what we got in there is the right stuff. But it's constantly changing, just like the laundry room now instead of a laundry closet was all from comments. We're constantly tweaking the things. We'll do the same thing with any of the adaptations that are in here, but we need your feedback to see the adaptation. I'll tell you another one right here from a veteran was those two grab bars in the back.
Yep.
We had a guy that was hip disarticulation, so all the way up. And when he went to sit there, we had one bar about across that back, and he couldn't scoot all the way back, so he kept sliding forward.
Yeah.
And so he told us, he said, is there a way to replace the one long bar with two short ones? Or
I
like,
have a pocket right there.
yeah. And so now now we're thinking, geez.
Right?
But again, it's comments from the veterans that help us out.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah. The roll under sink there so that you can, and then Also, the mirrors are tilt, so if you're sitting lower, that you can actually look straight on. Yeah. And then the slow close. You don't catch
The amount of
yourself.
storage in this house is insane.
And they put more, now you gotta get up there.
We were told.
But there's some up there. The other thing is, a lot of people ask, so, what is this a tease for the veteran that you put a blind over there that they got to try and get up? No, so it's got a remote control, it'll sit there and open. It's just a little something.
Just a little something.
Thank you for what you do, sir.
Oh, you bet.